Okay, so this is the second take. Turns out I can't go in presentation mode because of a visual glitch. Anyway, Merlin is a major figure in Arthurian mythology, and often there are conflicting accounts of his exploits, but all of them focus on Merlin's role attached to King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table, or the effects that he would have on them, though the characterial archetype assigned to Merlin differs slightly depending on the version you hear. The original Merlin was created by Geoffrey of Monmouth and based on Anglo-Saxon and Welsh figures of the past. And all stories and representations of Merlin agree that he was a sorcerer and a magician. And some versions, if they present Merlin with King Arthur, they consider him one of the most influential among the Knights of the Round Table. In the works of literature such as History of the Kings of Britain by Geoffrey of Monmouth, Merlin is shown to be a prophet. This is a recurring theme that is present throughout, as he is the prophet that would decipher the events. In some accounts, Merlin was also a mentor to King Arthur from his youth to his rise to power and beyond. His role in Arthurian legends are always central. So our story begins here with the original version of Merlin. That is the myth that we will be concerning ourselves today. King Vortigern tries to build a structure but cannot as the foundation is too weak. The advisors tell him that the blood of a boy without a father would work. Merlin was born as a result of a spirit taking the form of a man who impregnated his mother. When he was found and brought to the king, Merlin was not at all impressed by the statement of his sacrifice and the reasoning behind it. Merlin prompted the king's advisors and wizards why the foundation was weak to begin with. They're unable to come up with an answer, and Merlin tells them that there is an underground pool beneath the foundation. Leading the king and his court there, the foundation is moved. And indeed, just as Merlin predicted, there is an underground pool beneath the foundation that caused structural disorder. And then Merlin asks the king's wizards and advisors what is at the bottom of the pool, and they can't answer. Merlin predicts and tells them that once they drain the pool, they will find two hollow stones and two dragons, and once the pool is drained, they are found. Merlin interprets the dragons as the fate of Britain and Saxony. Only under Ambrosius Aurelius would the structure be sound. Vortigern is soon killed by rival contestants Ambrosius himself and Uther Pendragon. After a victory, Ambrosius orders Merlin to create a memorial, and stones from Mount Kiliar are moved to Amesbury, thus creating Stonehenge. Uther Pendragon falls in love with Gorlois' wife, Igurna. Casting a spell, Merlin makes Uther look like Gorlois, and he sleeps with Igurna, thus conceiving Arthur. And afterwards, it is Arthur's adventure as Merlin disappears at the end of Geoffrey's version with little to no explanation given. The remaining ones are describing the exploits of King Arthur and his journey. There are other works that further add to Merlin's story, such as expanding upon Merlin's magical spells and his powers, and his involvements with the Knights of the Round Table and his assistance to Arthur in his later years. However, in this one, let us remain with the first version. So, what archetype is he? Merlin is a trickster and a herald. Trickster being first, herald being second. He is a trickster initially due to mocking Vortigern's wizards, predicting a result, humiliating them, and then proving them wrong afterwards. And then, after that, he cast a spell that allowed Uther to sleep with Igurna. An illusion, I would assume an illusion spell. So yes, that fits the trickster archetype. The second one He is also a herald due to his interpretation of the dragons, due to his discovery of the pool, and after he found the dragons, he also discovered a prophecy regarding Arthur, and this role is applied in other works of King Arthur, as Merlin retains his role as a seer and prophet. So, and in other versions, yes, he would also be considered as a mentor, perhaps as a sidekick, an assistant, but only in this one, as we are sticking with the first version, he's a trickster and a herald. And there are my sources, and I'm linking it to Classroom. Thank you.